Here's a question. If a judge orders a crook who robbed you to pay restitution, you'll get the money, right? Not necessarily.
In fact, one state attorney's office is telling us restitution is a disgrace, but what can you do if the judge will not force someone to pay up? The solution in tonight's Help Me Howard with Patrick Frazier.
Carrie has what most of us mistakenly think we have, musical talent. Hand her a guitar and she rips out rock. Put her in front of a piano and out pours a classic. But Carrie's also smart and knows a love of music won't pay the bills.
I've sort of given up on pursuing the music career to do my college education.
In fact, it was while she was in a history class that she got hit.
I came home from school to find my door kicked in and my house robbed.
The thief got her good, stealing electronic equipment, CDs, DVDs, and most importantly, family jewelry.
Well, I had jewelry that my father had given to my mom, and my father passed away in 2000 from cancer, and it was just jewelry that could never be replaced.
Months later, the burglar was caught. A 15-year-old boy who confessed, and according to Carrie's court documents, agreed to pay $5,013 in restitution.
And it would be paid in $50 monthly installments until it was completely paid off.
But after forking over $100, the teenager quit paying. After Carrie complained, a hearing was scheduled in Broward Court, but the kid didn't show up. This court document says because of suicide attempts.
His excuse for not paying is that he is bipolar and it makes him unable to work.
That same document says the victim, Carrie, wants the child to make larger payments, but he never made another payment. So Carrie started trying to get the Broward court to enforce the restitution order.
And out of hundreds of messages, I've never received one call back at all.
Carrie says she's not exaggerating. Not one phone call returned by anyone in the bureaucracy.
You left hundreds of messages?
Hundreds of messages I left. Never one call back.
No one can say you give up easily.
No, I do not give up easily.
And proof she's not giving up, Carrie called us to see if the courts can ignore their own order to repay a victim. Let's talk to Howard.
No, they can't ignore their order. However, the court loses the power to force the juvenile to pay the restitution when the teenager turns 19, unless the court on its own or the state attorney or the Department of Juvenile Justice requests that the court's power be extended indefinitely. And that was not done in this case.
When I talked to the Broward State Attorney's Office, they were blunt. They told me the way the legislature set up the system to force juveniles to pay restitution is a disgrace. That what happened to Carrie happens to thousands of people who expect restitution. In Carrie's case, I was told it appears the judge ruled the crook was not capable of paying and let him off the hook. The bottom line, in the state attorney's opinion, the system is broken and it's frustrating for us and the victims. Sadly, in many ways, it turns out restitution is a mirage.
Restitution is not a guarantee. Criminal courts cannot force someone to pay if they don't have the ability. And to be blunt, public defenders and defense lawyers often fight restitution. That's why victims need to protect themselves by suing the defendants personally. Those judgments don't expire for quite a while.
And there's still time for Carrie to sue the crook to get her money back. Attorney Jason Turchin, who's a victims' rights lawyer, has agreed to meet with her to help her out. That's good news for Carrie, who says the courts, which are paid to help her, let her down.
They've never done anything to help me. I've basically feel like I've been a victim on both ends.
Now, Howard says even if a crook agrees to pay you restitution, you can file in civil court because sometimes the statute of limitations expires. And when that happens, if the court lets the crook off the hook like they did in Carrie's case, you could be out of luck. Fortunately, Carrie is not out of luck. Someone stuck it to you, want payback? Contact us. We can't afford restitution, but we can resuscitate your case. This Help Me Howard. I'm Patrick Frazier, 7 News.